Hello everyone and best wishes to all of us, the honorable juries. In this occasion, let us present the results of our physics research in the Indonesian Science Project Olympiad 2021. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
To reduce environmental damage due to the use of fossil energy, several innovators have created micro-energy device as without energy source.
This device is used to generate electrical energy on a small scale from potential energy sources such as wind, temperature, human body movement, and sound vibration.
However, we found that the micro-energy harvesting device has several weaknesses, such as it can only produce small amount of voltage and electric current.
And it has lost energy when electrical energy converts from AC to DC because its circuit wasn't effective.
Therefore, to overcome this problem, we are young scientists from MTsN Malang City made an innovation entitled
The new design of rectifier and electric booster for microenergy harvesting device. I am Aqila Razzan Setyovianto and my partner.
I am Fairuz of Hazza. We are mentored by Mr. Kategori.
The honorable juries. In this research, we formulate research objective consists of
first, to find out the potential of the new circuit that we made to rectify and increase electrical energy.
To determine the effect of input voltage and capacitance value variation to increase voltage, electric current, and electric power. Also, to compare with common voltage multipliers.
And the last, to find out the best sample to be applied to the micro-energy of the device.
This innovation uses an experimental method with a quantitative approach. We conduct this research in our house and science laboratory of MTsN 1 Malang City from November 2020 to January 2021 by following the COVID-19 health protocol.
Our research design used two factors. First, the variation of input AC voltage consisting of 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt, and 4 volt. And the second, the variation of capacitance value from 1000 microfarad to 10,000 microfarad.
So, we take data from 40 samples and 3 comparison samples, such as Villard, Carthage-Fisher cascade, and Dixon voltage multipliers.
We use this comparison to know how far the effectiveness of our new circuit compares to common test multiplier to support the micro-energy harvesting device.
We take primary data through the blended test method with Rectifier and multi-sim simulation software, and also compare this data with actual test results.
Each sample is tested for 90 seconds, and for the actual test must be tested with 3 repetitions to get the valid data.
This is the results of our research. Based on the simulation voltage test results, all the samples that using a capacitor of 1000 microfarad are the best sample for all variation in the input voltage. A1B1 sample can rectify and produce a voltage of 3.34 volt. A2B1 sample about 8.92 volt. A3B1 sample about 14.46 volt. And A4B1 sample about 20.15 volt.
A high input voltage will produce a high output voltage. In addition, according to Pride 2015, when the capacitor value is higher, the output voltage production will be lower. The results of the 40 samples in the study were much better than the 3 comparison samples.
The digital oscilloscope in Rectifier software shows the best sample has the highest increase of voltage at 0 to 15 seconds and continues until 30 seconds. This is because, based on Langdon 2019, in the first 30 seconds, the capacitor is still empty and still not charged with voltage.
Meanwhile, the best comparison samples have a lower output voltage. According to the FD and Daffa 2011, it has increased in 0 to 5 seconds because when the capacitance value is smaller, it will increase the voltage faster.
These are, in accordance with the results of voltage increasing per second calculation, all the best sample at each variation voltage input have the highest increase at 0 to 10 seconds.
The A1B1 sample increasing by 0.206 volt per second, A2B1 sample about 0.570 volt per second, A3B1 sample about 0.9470 volt per second, and 1.301 volt per second for A4B1 sample. Meanwhile, the comparison samples have a lot of voltage increasing rate.
However, when viewed from the results of current test using multi-sim software, the table shows that the higher capacitance value will produce the higher output currents. So, the best sample is sample that using a 10,000 microfarad capacitor, such as A1B10 sample of 4.62 milliamps, A2B10 sample of 4.72 milliamps, A3B10 sample of 4.76 milliamps, and 66.73 milliamps for A4B10 sample.
All samples tested were also much better than the 3 comparison samples. It is caused by the high capacitance used will make the capacitive reactance impedance lower. So, the electric current is higher according to Neuron that generates 2012.
From the digital graphic of current testing using multi-sim software, all the best sample at each voltage input showed the highest increase of current at 0 to 10 seconds and continue to decrease until 40 seconds.
In addition, the power calculation results show that the increasing capacitance value will make the electric car higher. A1 bit and sample able to produce 14.3 milliwatt, A2 bit and sample able to produce 41 milliwatt, A3 bit and sample about 67.6 milliwatt, and 1.32 milliwatt for A4 bit and sample.
The 40 samples test results demonstrates that each value is much better than the 3 comparison samples.
We also carry out direct testing on A3 bit and sample as the best sample and 3 comparison sample with voltage input of 3 volt. From the following graphic can be seen that in the A3 bit and sample, the simulation results are slightly higher than the actual test results.
Besides, it increases rapidly since the beginning. This is because, according to Uzun 2016, the circuit that used in direct test is more sensitive than simulation in software, while 3 comparison samples have a significant difference between simulation results and direct testing. It shows that the circuit we made is much better than the commonly used voltage multiplier.
Based on these results and analysis, we got several conclusions. First, the new circuit in these results is very potential to rectify and increase the electrical energy.
Second, the value of input voltage affects the amount of output voltage, electric current, and power, while increasing the capacitance value will improve the electric current and electric power only. However, decreasing the capacitance value will improve the output voltage, but not significantly. This result is much higher than 3 comparison samples like VLAR, KFC, and Dixon voltage multiplier.
And the last, A1 bit 10, A2 bit 10, A3 bit 10, A4 bit 10 samples with use 10,000 microfarad or the best sample in each input voltage, respectively. This sample can more optimally and very potential to be applied to the micro energy of the device.
For further research, we suggest to take an actual test with wide variation of input voltage of 0.5 volt to get more specific data.
So, this is the last of our presentation, and there are our research documentation.
Thank you for your kind attention. We hope this innovation will contribute to make green energy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.